What up, guys? What up? What up? It's your boy Falaka Mamba. You already know we're in a building, bro. We're in a building, we're in a building, we're in a building. Guys, make sure that you click on the subscribe button, you click on the like button as I'm about to go down to this video of yesterday, guys, live trading session. Unfortunately, guys, I couldn't record yesterday the session. I couldn't record. But because of some technical issues. But what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna be taking you through my analysis and then showing you what is that I saw and what happened in the session. It was one of those days, guys, whereby we were facing a loss. Super exciting though. I'm not too worried about it because I know that long term we are always profitable. So, guys, one thing that I noticed here, you can see that, guys, we have a resistance here, which has been respected by price. You can see that we have this area here. Super nice and simple. Let me just put in a zone to it. You can see, guys, that we have this nice resistance area here, and then we failed to break like 3 times. We failed to break, and then we pushed all the way to the downside. And you can see, guys, that now we have this support area here, which has been stopping price from pushing to the downside. So, guys, what I basically focus a lot on is that I focus on my key areas a lot. Is that I must have at least 2 key areas above price and then 2 key areas below price to see where price is having a potential to be heading to. So now, guys, you can literally see that this is the most important key area for me. Okay, this is the most important key area for me, which is acting as what as my support area here. So you can see where is the next key area for me. So the next key area here is here. So basically, guys, here you can see that I'm paying attention. I'm paying a lot of attention to structure. You can see that this is structure, guys, presenting itself, and you can literally see, guys, that we have this area here. So now the next key area that I'm looking at for, guys, is this one. The next key area that I'm looking at for is this one. So looking up to the upside, you can see, guys, that I have this area here. I have this area here where price did 10, here. And then again, where is my next target? My next target is somewhere here. Even though this area is not too clear, but you can see that it's structure of price. You can see that this is structural price. So this one, I'm just gonna make it a line like this because it's just a spike. I'm just gonna put it a line like this. It's just a minor error because it couldn't sustain, couldn't hold price. This is where we're looking at the error here. This is the error that I'm looking out for as a whole, but this is the error as well. I'm just considering this spike of candlesticks. So I'm just gonna be like, okay, let me just take note of that place because it might hold price again. Price might reject from this area here because it did reject previously. And if I can just take you back in time, you're gonna see that if I can just take you back in time, you're gonna see that this area here is indeed important. As you can see, that price did have a hard time breaking above here. Once it finally came back here, even here it started to reject before eventually breaking. So you can see that this for me is an important key area. Not as major, but it is an important key area to look out for and to mark out. So, guys, now you can literally see that it was about 15:25 AST, South African time. It's there, guys. I was expecting that momentum to push to the downside, to the upside. I mean, as you can see, guys, that what is that I noticed? I noticed that we have this minor support here. As you can see, that I noticed that we have this minor support here. You can see, guys, we have this minor support here. So taking it back into educational content, I did miss out on this area here. I should have put my area on this, taking this kind of stick body. You can see that this area fit is perfectly fine. But nonetheless, guys, no excuses. We did take that loss. But if you can, one thing that you can notice here, guys, that we experienced this fake out. We experienced and not fake out. I mean, we experienced this break to the below, to the downside. But because of my support area was not thrown in place, so for me, it was okay. Price couldn't break below here. So what is the next step? The next step we're looking toward, looking to buy. Eventually, price did buy, but it was not a buy because it was a sell. Price it went all the way to the downside, as you can see. Price went all the way to the downside, guys. Here, as you can see. So yeah, so price, let me just click on the replay. You can see, guys, that price did went to the upside. Price did went to the upside somewhere here. Because we call this buy here about, let me check. It went to the upside about what? About 18 pips. about 18 pips somewhere here, about 18 pips, then eventually shot all the way to the downside. I took this loss, guys. I took this loss, but yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Part of the game, guys. These things, they always happen, especially when price do this breakout whereby the break is so small, like it just break with like maybe 1 or 2 pips that we could somehow you won't even notice the breakout, or okay, it did break because of it just breaks with 1 or 2 pips. But nonetheless, guys, this was a beautiful, nice trade to the downside. Super nice and simple. Yeah, looking at US30, looking at nasdaq, I didn't really call a trade on nasdaq yesterday, guys, because like the time we were analyzing, it was very late for me to look at both pairs, nasdaq and US30. So 15:30, I think nasdaq was here. Let me just get the replay button. Yeah, somewhere here. Okay, let me just remove everything. Let me just go to 5-minute time frame. So on US30, guys, I didn't call this trade. Yeah, I didn't call this trade, guys, on nasdaq because I wasn't focusing on nasdaq. I was focusing on US30 a lot. But just to go through the breakdown, you can see, guys, that we have this area of resistance, and we can see that nasdaq has been making these lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, then eventually shot all the way to the downside. But now what you notice is that he started shooting to the upside, making lower higher highs, high lows, higher highs. But now we are facing this area here. So now it's either if price breaks above this area, then we might be looking for buying opportunities. But if it doesn't break above, then we might be looking for selling opportunities. So now I can literally see, okay, we have this area here, just a minor area here. If I were to drag it a little bit more back, you can see that indeed this is an important area. You also can see that price does respect these areas, and it did respect previously. So I didn't call this trade, guys. I didn't call this position on nasdaq, but you can see, you did see, guys, if I can just get this one back. The reason being me not focusing too much on nasdaq, guys, because of it has a lot of, especially tapestry, it has a lot of fake move before moving into that direction. So if you have a small account, you have more chances of growing that account before it goes into a direction. As you can see, guys, here, if I'm just clicking this replay button, you can see that US30 first went up and then it went down, then closed as what is going up again. So you can see that this was just taking people out. Those ones who sold, they were out. Those ones who bought, they went down, they went out as well. So everybody, it's those ones who are like, okay, if maybe it breaks below here, then I'm gonna hold this position. If it breaks, then that's when I'm gonna close. And it's those people with big accounts, maybe if they bought here and then be like, okay, if it closes below here, I'm closing. Then those people with big accounts, it's only them who gets to survive this kind of moves. As you can see that it continues to shoot all the way to the upside. It continued to shoot, but I didn't really focus as to what happened after that, because I really don't like trading nasdaq at 3:30 because there's a lot of manipulation on it. But yeah, it is what it is. Thank you so much, guys, for staying and tuning in into this video until this time. Make sure that you subscribe, you click on the like button, you drop a comment as to what you think about this video. It's me, your boy Falaka Mamba. I'm out of the building. Let there be peace in the Middle East. Let our brothers and sisters be safe. Don't mess with me, bro. Click that subscribe button.